Protoss campaign, The Fall. The Zerg overmind has succeeded in invading the Protoss homeworld of Aiur, and has embedded itself into the crust of the planet. Now, as the agents of the sinister overmind spread chaos and destruction across the face of Aiur, the stalwart Protoss defenders prepare themselves for the coming onslaught.
And Taro Adun, Executor. I am Judicator Aldaris. I have been sent by the Conclave to serve and counsel you. The former Executor, Tassadar, was commanded to halt the Zerg progress in the Terran sector by burning the infested human worlds. Unfortunately, he disregarded his orders and attempted to destroy the Zerg while sparing the Terrans from the flame. Clearly, Tassadar has failed us. You must not. The Conclave has dictated that our first priority is to strengthen our defenses. You must reinforce our outpost in Antioch and make certain that the province does not fall to the Zerg. Your old comrade, Praetor Phoenix, will meet you there and assist you in this endeavor.
Welcome to the Protoss campaign, and welcome back to StarCraft. So we do have our first troop of Protoss units here, since we've played both the Zerg and the Terran campaign. We're relatively familiar with this, and as you can see, the entire map is already revealed except for this bit here, so I wonder where the Zerg are. Well, we shall see. Well, there's some Zerg here. Red Zerg. I don't think we've seen that before. So let's kill them. Oh, well, I mean, yeah, well, there we go. And the Protoss have these shields here. The shields regenerate. The hit points do not, unless you have, let's say, a Terran repair unit. But for now it's not too important. We do have a decent amount of units here. And how long does it actually take for these shields to regenerate? Also, they are already regenerating. Anyway, that's not too important now. Let's just make our way to this base here. And get it up and running again. There we go. These zealots here are fairly powerful. They are more powerful than the other basic units, but they're also melee. Well, the Zerglings are also melee units, but the Marines are not. Oh, there's a fair amount of Zerglings left here, but that's okay. We do have a fair amount of Zealots left as well. And here we go. And there's just one left, so I may as well kill you now, so I don't have to bother with you later. There we go. And here is Phoenix.
Executor and Taro Adun, it is good to see you once more upon the field of battle.
The warriors have engaged the enemy.
Alas, all of our probes were lost in the last Zerg attack, and we had no resources with which to replace them.
Okay, well, we do now. So let's get some robotic probes up and running. Let's get a whole bunch of them. Yeah, here's a Protoss base. You can see these buildings here burning. They do have full shields but not full hit points, but we can't fix them. Without Terran help, that is. But we do have a decent amount of units here to defend ourselves. And we also have Phoenix here.
We had intended to construct photon cannons here for defense, but without probes we could not do so.
I will make use of all of you. And he has how many more hit points? He has 2.5 times as many hit points and 4 times as much shield as the other units, so that's probably sufficient. And this gateway here is unpowered, but we can fix that in a moment. So let's just build an additional pylon here. And yeah, probably want more probes. That's okay. And once we start warping in these buildings here, we don't need to do anything with them. We can just sit back and wait for them to appear here. So when you have the resources, you can set up a Protoss base really quickly. There we go. And I guess you can get me some Vespian gas. And now the gateway is powered again. We can build zealots, and I need a cybernetics core for this. Do I really need that? Maybe, maybe not. I think I want this upgrade though. More power to my zealots. That sounds pretty good to me. And next we need to wipe out the Zerg, which will obviously be on these plateaus here. Where else would they be? And let's get me 2 more probes. It always annoys me that you can't fix these Protoss buildings here, mainly because I just don't like it aesthetically, even though it's not too important from a gameplay perspective. In fact, it's not important at all. In fact, it even gives you more information, because you can just look at your base and immediately determine in what hit point range your buildings are, which I guess is nice to know. Yeah, the forge is our basic upgrade building. What are you doing? Thank you. And this is just our, well, not really our barracks, but it's the basic production facility. The assimilator is our extractor, and oh, look at that. Yeah, I could build photon cannons here, but to be honest, they're kind of weak, and I do have my units here, so it's not super important that we actually do that. Instead, we can just build more units once we have the resource to do so. These guys here cost 100 minerals. I think I'm going to get a couple more probes before we assemble our army, and possibly also another upgrade or 2. Probably the shield upgrade. But yeah, one thing at a time. How expensive is the Dragoon? We will not find out until we have the cybernetics core. Which is how expensive? Cybernetics core 200 crystal. It's not actually that expensive. Do we really need one? Maybe they... I'm not quite sure whether they have air units. I don't think they do. They could have. I think overall it's not too important. You please make your way. Come on, it's not that difficult. Through here. And then you can join the harvesting crew here. And I think the rest of you can do that as well, because my Vespian gas income is actually pretty decent. And they really have trouble just crossing the road here, so to speak. So you warp me in. These guys look so funny. Do I want a cybernetics core? Maybe. Yeah, let's get you to harvest first. Not that it would have taken long to get one of these anyway. But I also need additional pylons, because... How expensive is a photon cannon? Not that expensive, but still too expensive. Because we also need to increase our pop count. And how expensive are those again? Just 100. Yeah, let's get 2 more. Let's get another one, I don't know, here. It really doesn't matter all that much. And then we're going to amass an army of zealots. In the meantime, you can harvest here as well. The probes are pretty cute, and they're the most high-tech gatherers, but at the same time, that's more of a story difference gameplay-wise. I don't think it makes any difference what you have here. And almost got that upgrade. Almost there. And I'm definitely going to get the shield upgrade. And then we can try out those. See what we can do about those. Those you will give your life, no worries there. And ground armor, yeah, let's get that. And I don't really want to spend too much on upgrades, or rather I don't want to wait all the time. I guess I could get another gateway because it's not that expensive, and we do have the resources. Because we're probably getting resources in faster than we need to build these guys here. There we go. So let's just do that. And still don't know how expensive the Dragoon is, and maybe we'll never find out, but we'll see. It's ultimately not terribly important. Yeah, I think I'm going to build 2 armies here. And then we should... Oh, look at that. More Zerg. Yeah, the enemy here is more aggressive than in a lot of other campaign missions, where they barely attack you at all. There we go. And oh, well, look at that. Or, well, maybe do not. Who knows? So, here we go. And you can get me more of these guys. And so can you, once we have the resources. Here we go. And I think once we have all of these guys ready, we can build some more guys in the meantime for base defense and stuff, but then we can also go after the first Zerg base. And do we need more pylons? Not right now, but we might need some more in the future. So let's just get another pylon up and running right now. Didn't I set your rally point? I evidently didn't. Jiaos? Whatever. So... Yep, I will, no worries. And we already have too many guys for one group, but that's fine. We want 2 groups anyway. Yeah, other than that, there's not much to do in this mission here. Story-wise, not much is happening. We do get to meet Aldaris. Or was it Aldanis? Anyway, he's the guy who's doing mission control. He's a bit antagonistic, and obviously he's no friend of the Terrans, but well. Just because you're technologically highly advanced doesn't mean you can't be racist. And I think this should be enough. Well, whether or not it is enough, we shall see in a bit. And if this attack fails, then I'm probably going to lose a mission because Phoenix in this troop and might get himself killed. But yeah, this is the first mission, so I may as well utilize... Oh, no, don't do that, please. Okay, this is just a colony, so not much to see here, really. And... dead. What are you doing? I don't even know. And... dead? What were you guys guarding? Doesn't really matter. There we go, you can join that troop. Oh. And oh, looks like they do have air units, so we should probably build a couple of Dragoons at least. Because otherwise this might end badly. I mean, we don't have to kill their overlords, but would still be useful to just generally be able to deal with them. Then again, yeah. Okay, let's take a step back here, just so we can absorb all of these guys. And you get me that cybernetics core. And here we go. Phoenix, how are you doing? You're doing just fine. Shields are still holding, which is great. And I think you guys should join me here. And wow, they have a lot of guys just buried here. But it's okay. Ultimately, it's just Hydralisks and Zerglings mostly, so nothing. Oh, and of course, oh, I've got one Dragoon left here with very little shield and hit points. So let's hope this guy here will do the job properly. Nope, he will not. Okay, time to retreat, and let's get those Dragoons. Yeah, I thought it would have been a little bit easier, but it's fine. That's fine. Let's just hope the Mutualist doesn't follow us all the way home. Otherwise we may indeed have to build those photon cannons. Dragoon range, yeah, why not? And let's get this one here too. And once we're back home, we can get rid of those pesky Zerg. There we go. Boom. And... boom. And... boom. There we go, so everybody regenerate their shields. Phoenix, how are you doing? You're doing just fine. And then let's build... these are actually not that expensive. Let's build like 6 of those. That should probably do the job.
You have not enough minerals.
I do indeed do not have enough minerals, but that's okay. We're almost there. And 2 more deliveries. There we go. Thank you very much. Yeah, and once those guys are ready, we should be good. I think if it wasn't for the Mutualist, then we could have done this. Maybe we could have done this nevertheless, because the guy doesn't... a single Mutualist doesn't really do that much damage. So we could have just powered through until we just had destroyed all buildings, but let's maybe not risk it. And let's wait until we have a couple of Dragoons. There we go. Yeah, the reason why these guys say I have returned is because they're essentially Protoss cyborgs. I think they're maimed and injured Protoss who then were put into these spider robots so they could fight another day. And yeah, I think there's probably just Zerg bases all over the place here. Oh well. Well, time for you guys to shine. And well, maybe I should have built those photon cannons after all. But oh well, don't worry about it. It's going to be fine. So you can kill this guy here. You can kill that guy. Awesome, and you kill the Overlord, because I really don't want an Overlord to just hang around in my base. That's just not cool. But at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. There we go. So, Bravo team, you hang out here. And Alpha team, you wait here. And once these guys here are good, we can move out. There we go. Oh, more pylons, of course. Who hasn't heard that before? And here we go. Probably the most well-known StarCraft meme. Not quite sure where it came from. I guess it's because Aldanus is the most annoying of the mission command people. At least that's for what I remember. Where are you going? So please get up here. And then let's wipe them out once and for all. Also, yeah, that upgrade's almost done. That's great. And looks like they're not really rebuilding much here. And there we go. Well, they did spawn more units, but it's really not that dramatic. More Overlords. I don't really care all that much about that. But let's kill their Hydralisk then, just so we can rest assured that they are not going to build any more of those anytime soon. And you can kill their drones, and you can kill their HQ. There we go. And that's it for now. And they do have a ton of Overlords. But it doesn't really matter. I don't think these guys will drop anything on us. Here we go. And maybe kill these guys here first, just so they don't rebuild their base while we're not looking. Here we go. And time for you to die. Yep, this is going a lot better, I would say. As it should, and you have to die as well. Because I don't want you to build anything else here.
Executor, although we two have marched across hundreds of worlds together, I never imagined that we would be fighting on Ire. The Zerg are indeed worthy foes.
Well, that was it already. I actually expect there to be another Zerg base in the east, but evidently that's not the case. And here we go. Collected less resources than the swarm, but who cares about that at the end of the day? Thanks for watching and see you next time.